Oh, I'm live. I'm live. Sorry about that. I'm in trouble with my device. It's Hi, Keith. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna put some more light on. It looked, oh no, that's too much light. Let me try to get the light just right, like having no background light. Because I need background light, and then it's like, that looks better on me, but then, alrighty. So what I'm going to do is a Lenormand study, and then I'll do the free readings after that. So we got through 1 through 4. So I want to try to get through 5 through 5, 6, 7, and 8 tonight. So we can get through these, and then we can start doing readings and getting into pairs. So I think I got these out. Yep, I do. Hello, Family Withered. And then when I'm done with the Lenormand study, I'm going to go off and then come back on and do the free readings until about 7:30. Okay. So, this is cool. I like these. I really like these cards. Alrighty. So, So, it seems like I did these before, but it's all right if I did. I'll just review and we'll get through these next few cards because they're pretty straightforward. So here we have, let me get my drawer out so I can rest my elbow. We have Tree, which is the 7 of Hearts. The tree represents health and all that helps us remain balanced and vital. Its basic meaning is life in all its aspects and what enables us to grow. Small things that can shake that balance or alter the flow of life from poor conditions to illness and ailments. It may be standing tall or bending, swaying, or breaking under the strain of some cards. Its position is critical to its interpretation. The tree is a slow grower, so it sometimes has the effect of slowing things down or appreciating an organic and gradual influence. So that makes sense. The impact is healthy, organic, natural, and slow. So the key words are health, environment, well-being of soul and body, nourishment, roots, medical growth, dignity, standing, deeply connections, shoots, blossoming, fertilizing, ripening, family, good nurture, not nature, but good nature too, right? Kind of similar. Balancing out, networking. Hi, everyone. Glad you're all here to join me for this. Life force development, ancestral stock, holistic, organic, energizing, physical, balance, medical, survival, increment, growth, patience, and hereditary. So people would be tree warden, health consultant, ancestor, physical coach, doctor, extended family, tree surgeon, arboreal specialist, organic gardener. So healthy relationships, growing attraction, vital and rooted in love. So that's the love connection. So the work is family, business, healthcare at work, or sick leave. Finance and business, networking, growth potential, a windfall. Yes, I did on herbs. And then the well-being is nurturing and healthy regimes, natural environments, and natural organic food. I got to bring up the chat so I can keep up with it. But right now I'm doing these cards, so. And when we get into like halfway through the cards, we'll be able to do comparisons because pairs and comparisons are very important with Lenormand readings. But we've only got so far, so tree in story. Trees figure in central in myth and folklore, from trees of life and knowledge to enchanted trees that grant blessings. So I'm thinking like of the tree too, of the story of the Lord of the Rings and the tree ants. You know, so the trees are very rooted, very grounding. So I'm thinking the key to remember here with the tree is the health and growth and rootedness. Those seem like the key words for that. So I'll go right on to the next one. And I do think I've done these two before, and I probably have, but like it doesn't hurt to review a little bit. So we'll go on to clouds are unpredictable. I do remember doing these two, so it's the next two we haven't done. So the clouds are unpredictable. So it's like stormy skies. It's thinking of illusion. It's either the dark side or the underside of the cloud or the light side of the cloud. So clouds, it's like a cloudy mind, a confusion. You know, like your head is full of clouds. That's really is the key meaning for the clouds. So love interest, which a lot of you are interested in love, then it's misunderstanding, no shared interest. One partner is considered shut down. And that's what would be happening in the love interest, because the love interest, it's clouded. It's not clear. It's very cloudy. So let's go on into detail then of the next two cards. So I'll go into them pretty much as detailed as I can. And I'm going to take a moment while I'm looking at to bring up the chat so I can see it a little better on my other device. So it makes it easier for me. Ooh, make sure I just pause that so I can see the live chat and see who's hello. Hello, Keith, Lady, Family Wizard, Mike, Michelle, Kay, Lady D, and Kay. Welcome. Alrighty, so that brings us to snake. What do you guys think? And associated with the Queen of Clubs, but I'm really focusing on the card itself and not the cartomancy association. I think that's something that will come later. So we have the snake. The snake rewrites the rules or changes or bends them. Where the snake is unconventional or contrary, upset is in the air. So snake shakes things up. Shake, yeah. He shakes things up. That's why I should shake instead of snake. Those words are very close together. Snake is elusive, not obedient. It has clear ideas about what it wants. I had to open the book so I could see. Snake can often, when it strikes, it is usually unexpected and treacherous. Snake can often give the uneasy feeling of something being misplaced or not right. Something does not belong, has another agenda. It feels like a foreign body and system. Snake can be a great guardian and protector of the group or individual rights when it stands up for those who have no voice or uncovers poor ethical standards. So the impact is rivalry, envious, untrustworthy, and unpredictable. Yes, he could be very protective of his domain. I would think that. But they say with Lenormand, there's not there is room for interpretation, but the meanings are pretty strike on. But you're right, he would be protective, and that's why his strike would be so unpredictable. So the key words are difficulties, envy, jealousy, rivalry, temptation, venomous, manipulation and bad advice, unseen surprises, shocks, hypocrisy, devious, decipherous, treachery, outmaneuvered, unpredictable, the other, advocacy, investigation, noisy, stylish, elegance, distinctive, entanglement, forged, imitation, dancing, touch, forensic, scrutiny, complications, flexibilities. So with people, it means like a rivalry. It can mean someone who is a femme fatale or an older woman. Someone who is a confident and someone who's a trickster. Something is, yes, definitely has a lot of characteristics. So the snake can be quite exactly what it, in love, we'll know everybody's into rivalry in love, sexually dominant, and stalking your prey. So it can have several meanings. So imagine, so this is about pairing. So imagine if it was with clouds and you had the snake. You had cloud and snake. I would surmise that those two together would mean that watch out with, because those two, cloudy, that's going to be interesting and start doing pairs. I may go back and put some of these together after we get a few more cards done, and we'll talk about pairings. All right, so that was snake, and snake is also sticking up for yourself, dealing with temptation, and imitating a role model. And work is professional conduct, inspecting the goods, entanglement at work. Finance and business, it can be espionage, maneuvering around competition. The snake appears in many stories and myths as both wise and deceptive. The battle of Callan between King Arthur and his opponent Mordred was precipitated when an adder reared up during the truce. One of the knights drew his sword to kill the snake, and this was taken as a signal to fight. So a snake can be quite treacherous. So I'm thinking the thing to remember with snake is treachery and untrustworthiness and protection of one's domain at all cost. I think that's a good one, Kay. Okay, so this is the last card we'll do for tonight. And I can't see nothing. This is Coffin. So what does Coffin mean? I gotta put that down so I can turn the page. I am not with it tonight. Okay. What we would think, the coffin signifies endings. So it's like the death card in a way. Endings to the phrase of life. Don't be too quick to talk about death, but gauge what is completing or resurfacing from the past. The card could indicate a sickbed or a berth on a ship, a cell in a prison, or a narrow place the client is currently in. So it could be any type of emotional death, resurfacing of old issues. It could be a deadline, the term of a contract, to someone unable to move forward through fear or memory of the trauma, which they risk becoming one of the living dead by refusing to recognize the end. So you could become a zombie if you don't recognize. This is what she's referring to here is if you don't relieve the trauma and you don't realize it's over, you risk become one of the living dead by refusing to recognize the end is over. The end of a relationship, refusing to recognize it's over, it's the end, it's done with. Time to move on to somebody else. So the impact is ending, hanging on, bereavement, or illness. The key words are completion, termination, hidden, things from the past, hauntings, dead ends, a trap, walking into an old situation, no forward energy, cancellation, stagnation, the end, death, giving honorable burial to what doesn't serve you. So in other words, getting rid of what doesn't serve you anymore. That is such a good metaphor. If it's not working for you, it is not working for you. It's time to move on. So it can be depression that prevents you from working, or fear of finishing, a narrow place, mourning, end of an old phase, something ancient is coming back to life. Yes, Kay, I like that. Bury the hatchet. It's definitely time to move forward. So love would be anxiety about a lover, end of affair, loss of a lover. So people would obviously be a funeral director. It could indicate an ancestor, energy thief, a vampire, an energy vampire, archaeologist, a ghost, a figure from your past. So in work, it is redundancy, be obliged to finish the job, and it could also be a deadline. In finance, it's the loss of money. Business hangs by a thread. Inheritance, a bankruptcy. Drained energy, lethargic, burnout, end of a severe illness, stillness, and sensation of activity. Rest after exhaustion or effort. The Coffin and story. The Grimm brothers tell of a tailor who rescues a nobleman's daughter from an enchanted entombment in the glass coffin. So that's it for now. These are the 4 recent ones that I just talked about tonight. The tree, which is rooting your health. I think those is a good thing, like to remember a little phrase, rooted health. And then we had the cloud, clouded mind, things are clouded over, things like that. And then we had the snake, which is about venom and striking, and unexpected fierceness. And then we had, oops, I went backwards. And then we had the coffin, which is all about endings and death and narrow spaces and ghosts and things like that. Okay, I'm going to sign off for a few minutes, and I will probably be back probably in about 5 to 10 minutes, and I will do the free readings then. I like to keep the Lenormands on a separate video, so that's why I am going to do it that way. And when I come back, hopefully I will be horizontal. So see you all in a little bit. Bye for now.